to the right here, Terrence.
Terrence Harris, Houston Chronicle. What was it about this job that made it attractive? And exactly when did you commit since you put that out?
Well, we committed about 7 o'clock last night, 8 o'clock last night.
Yeah, about 8:30.
8:30 last night is when finally decided I was going to do it. And what made it attractive is three things. Bill Byrne, I believe in him. I worked for a tremendous man, Jim Schaus, at Wichita State, one of the best athletic directors in the country. He did everything he could to make my life better with basketball and off the court. And I feel like Bill Byrne will do the same. I'm here because of those young men wearing the white T-shirts over there. I believe in them. I watch them play a lot. I know we're going to miss a few pieces off this year's team, but we're going to add a few. And that's why I'm here, number two. And number three is because of this community and the love and the passion they have for the university. And you can just sense it and you can feel it. And you know, I'm looking forward to football games. My son Will and I love football, so we're going to bug the heck out of Coach and maybe be at a lot of practices, but we're really looking forward to that.
Other questions? Yes. Right here. Hang on, Keith.
I'm Keith Calkins. I'm at Fox in Houston. This is for Bill and Mark. Bill, did you talk to Roy Williams? What kind of recommendations did he give you?
Well, I talked to Roy often, but he couldn't say anything about Mark that wasn't absolutely first rate. He just told me that he is one of the very best, if not the brightest, young basketball coaches in the nation. And we talked about how he treated people, how he treats his athletes, how he gets along with people, and his strong sense of family values. He had everything that made him fit perfectly in Aggie land. He did all the right things. And I think that Mark Turgeon is a perfect fit for Texas A&M University. He just fits our culture. And I believe in that so sincerely. The other thing is if you looked at his Sweet 16 team last year, I mean, what'd you have, six Texas kids?
Six for our top.
I mean, he recruits the heck out of Texas, which is really important to me. I think we need to protect the borders of Texas, keep the best and brightest in Texas, and he does that.
Yeah, and there's a couple guys over here broke my heart. You know, I tried to recruit them a little bit coming out of high school. So, yeah, I always said that Billy made my job harder because he was keeping more Texas kids home. And when I went to the University of Wichita State, I said I was going to follow the Bill Self plan that he had at Tulsa, and we followed that. We recruited Texas hard, and that's probably why I'm here today.
Right here in front, Rusty.
Rusty Burson, 12-Man Magazine. Can you talk about your philosophy defensively and then offensively, your on-the-floor philosophies?
Well, I just spoke to the players. Last year I was in Hawaii with Coach Gillespie, and we started talking, and we like the same players. We recruited the same players. Now, obviously, recruiting at A&M went to a new level this past year. So we didn't bump heads as much. So we like the same players. We also have the same philosophy defensively. If you look at the history of our team, we were 1-2 in the Valley for the last 7 years until this year was my worst defensive team, and therefore we weren't as successful. But we'll get after it man-to-man defensively. We'll probably, I don't use the word, I don't like to use it, we might sprinkle in a zone, not very often. And we'll press some, and looking at the guys and watching them on TV, I think we'll be able to do that. And the Carolina, Kansas background, better be careful using Kansas now, is trapping and doing different things. So and I told the guys, we'll do whatever. I was lucky enough to work for some great coaches. Does that make me a great coach? No, I've had to go out and work hard and try to make myself a better coach, but I adapt to my team. I'm not an expert on this team yet. I know a lot of them saw them play in high school, but offensively we'll do whatever's best for this team. And if it's throw the ball to Joe Jones 25 times a game, then we'll do that. If it's Dominic or somebody else, we'll do that. But we're going to figure it out, and then we're also going to be, and I told the guys. Same motto you've heard for a few years here. We're going to play hard, we're going to play smart, we're going to play together. That's a Carolina Dean Smith I follow it. You do those three things, you're going to be pretty good, and you just try to get better every day. So, our team will evolve and we'll get better as the season goes on. But it's a special group of young men over there. I'm looking forward to coaching them.
Over here to the left, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Can you share anything at all that you might have told your players back in Wichita?
Please identify yourself.
Yeah, James Cito, Cake TV in Wichita.
Besides that, I loved them, and I'm going to miss them. You know how I feel about them, James. It's hard, and I'm here today because of those players, and I told them that. And I told them I loved them, and I told them life isn't fair. I also told them they had a great school, and Wichita State's a special place, and they have a tremendous AD in Jim Schaus, and he's going to hire a great coach. And I hope they're, not as mad at me today as they were last night, and that they're always going to be a part of my life, and I want to help them any way I can. And that's all I said. And I just told them I loved them, I cared about them, and I'm sorry. And it was an opportunity for me and my family, and something I just had to do. And I got a hug from most of them, which was very important to me. And I'm sure I'll talk to them quite a bit before they hire a new coach.
Question up here, up front. Cease.
Robert Sesson, Bryan College Station Eagle. Coach, have you talked to the recruits that A&M signed, and did you recruit any of those guys?
Billy took it to another level this past year. No, but I saw them all play, and I'm well aware of them. My assistants might have spoken to them early in the process. I know Nathan Walkup was a young man that we thought we found before anybody else found him. It was us and Rice at the time, right, Coach? And and it didn't work out for us. He had those Aggie ties. So, but no, we've done some behind-the-scenes stuff. Like I said, I took this job last night about 8:30. I was on an airplane for an hour and a half. I was with my players till about 1 a.m. last night. Got a little bit of sleep. Woke up, and we brought 3 little kids with us this morning. So you're giving baths and making phone calls, and it's a little hectic. But and probably made 20 phone calls a day, and a lot of them were surrounding the players. But when this is over and we finish the other part here, we have a list, and we're going to get on the phone right away and talk to these guys.
Right here in front, Randy.
Randy Riggs, Austin American Statesman. Have you decided what you're going to do about your staff, your assistants?
It's still evolving. It's a different animal I'm taking on here. There's a few more spots. Alvin Williamson, Pooh Williamson over here is going to come with me. Pooh played for Coach Tubby Smith at Tulsa. Was part of 2 Sweet 16 teams, and he's been with me for 2 years now. And he is definitely on board. At this point, I'm just going to leave it at that. There's a lot of people I'm talking to about my staff, and I hope to get a couple more in by Thursday. And we're allowed to go out at noon Thursday and talk to these young men that have signed with us. So I'll need some more horses down here to help me do that.
Coach over here to the left, Tom.
Coach, welcome. Tom Turbeville with KZNE and WTAW Radio here in Bryan College Station. I know that basketball in Wichita has been a passion for quite a long time. We're still somewhat new at it here over the past 3 years. How aware have you been of the resurgence in popularity here on this campus and in this community over the last 3 years, from 0-16 to the Sweet 16, so to speak? How aware of that have you been?
I'm well aware of it, and I told the president and told Bill. We were recruiting a young man out of Houston 5 years ago, and his other school he thought about was A&M, and he ended up in Wichita, and he was our MVP this year, and he's had a great career. And then we recruit Texas, and so I was mad at Bill when he hired Billy instead of me the